Hello, I'm going to show you how to use the Lenny Lamp Upgrade Pro, which is this one. So this is a very adaptable carrier. It works from small baby, maybe big newborn, into toddlerhood. Before you have to move to a toddler carrier, you can adjust the base and the height and the shoulder straps. You can carry facing you, hip carry and back carry, straight strap or cross straps. I'm going to show you how it works. So first thing you need to do, if this is the first time you're using it, you need to adjust the width and the base, and basically what you want is this part, this little padded part here, to be right behind baby's knee. So baby's always supported from knee to knee, so they can sit in what we call the M-shaped positioning, with bum lower than the knees and supported from knee to knee. And it's very important to always have that, promotes healthy hip development, but also it's much more comfy for you and them. So you've got some kind of indicators here that is guideline. Always check if that works with your baby. I have adjusted it for my demo dolls, about 3 months old, so roughly that width. And I'm going to pop it on. So I'm going to grab my waist belt, flip like that, place it on your waist, not on your hips, on your waist. And you're going to go round. And you're going to clip. Here you've got an elastic band. Bring the buckle through the elastic band. And you're going to clip like that. Make sure you can hear that audible click. If you can't do it on your back, do it on your front and then turn it around. And what you want to do is to hold the waist belt, and then you want to tighten. Make sure the lumbar support is in the middle to give you a bit more padding around your back, a bit more support. If you don't like it, you can just take it off. We're going to do a front carry with straight strap. So here I have my straps pre-clip, a bit like a rucksack. And there are 3 ways to adjust the straps. You can either pull forward. When it's on, you can pull up, or you can pull backwards, or do a bit of both. Or you can pull here by tightening what we call the PFS, the perfect fit adjusters. You can loosen these, and when baby's in it, you can pull straight down like that. Quite nice. If you are quite a petite person, you might need to have these tight, so then you can tighten everything. Feels nice and snug. If you have broader shoulder or you're taller and you want a bit more padding around, you can loosen these and you get a little bit more padding. So, quickest way to pop baby in a carrier with straps is to pre-clip what we call the chest strap, which is that strap on the back. Most people find it very difficult to clip once baby's in it, so I always make my life easier. I pre-clip, loosen the straps, so you can lift like that, pop and pull. Always leave a bit of hanging on the front, and then get everything ready over your head, and then leave it loose. Again, if you don't like to fiddle with the shoulder straps, you can just play with the PFAs. It's so easy to adjust, and there's quite a lot of straps, but once you know where to pull, it's super quick. So I'm gonna grab my baby. Bring baby nice and high on your shoulder. This you can do pretty much any age. And I'll slide my hand under through and start to grab the legs. Start to very slowly bring baby in. Make sure the leg goes under the strap here, under the buckle. And take your time to do that. Some babies don't like the process of going in, but just take your time, rock your baby, talk to your baby. That. And then we want to let bum sit first, so you want bum lower than the legs. And you can have the bum sit a little bit over the waist belt, especially if you have quite a small baby. You might need to make that panel a bit shorter if you're already on, on setting. It's also a bit more comfy. Make sure you don't sit baby on top of the waist belt, because that will create some pressure on your back. So always sit baby's bum into the panel and a little bit over, rather than like that. Yeah. So I'm gonna shake my straps And keep baby's hands towards the face so they don't get stuck. Like that, like that. And then I choose how to tighten. Either pull down, or pull back, or I pull forward. Whatever works for you, for your mobility and your personal preferences. You can adjust it the way you want. If you want more padding, you loosen this a little bit more. For your chest strap, you might want somebody to help you adjust it first time. You want it about that height, maybe a little bit lower down, roughly here, shoulder blades area, bra straps. If somebody else is using it, they need to readjust the height of the chest strap so that it fits with their body. Once it's set, you don't need to touch it if you're the only user. There you go. So here we are. Nice M-shaped positioning. Baby's here, close enough to kiss the top of the head. And I've got the panel in the nape of the neck. As baby grow, you can loosen that panel gradually. Everything is just gradual adjustment. So it grows as your baby grows in height. Quite a long-lasting carrier. Fits my 2-year-old very well. But you should always be nowhere higher than the nape of the neck. When you have a baby who's got forehead control, it can be a bit lower down. I've got a bit more space to move their head. They can even get an arm out. Before that, you need to make sure you've got nice support. It's got a hood. It's very handy when you back carry. When you have very small babies, please don't put it over baby's face. It's restricting airways and we commonly put a baby very well. If you do need to use it, you can use it on the back of the head, fold it like that. You have some poppers here. So you can, if it to loop and adjust it the way you want. You've got an elastic band in here. You've got thing to slide it in like that, and you can again slide this up and down. So if you need a bit more head support, you can do that. If you need to shield, but the rest of the time I would say just don't use it. If you need a bit of padding around the neck, these are really handy. You can just roll them inside like that. Safety checks, it's always the same. Make sure the sling, the carry is on tight, so baby is well supported, it's nice and snug. If it's not tight enough, your baby's going to start to slump, so make sure it feels nice and snug. One way to know, hold baby's head, lean forward. If the body's coming away from yours, it's probably not tight enough. Obviously, don't lean forward. Always bend with your knees, against your pelvic floor. You need to make sure that baby's airways are in view at all times. So always monitor baby. Make sure there's nothing covering the face. So be careful with the hoods and that the airways are clear. You want to make sure that baby's here, close enough to kiss the top of the head. So we can monitor baby, keep an eye on them, and we know it's usually tight enough if they are at that good height. And you want to make sure you always have 2 fingers between chin and chest, especially for small babies who don't have head control. It's very, very important to make sure the airways are clear and well supported. And supported back means that we want the spine to be well supported, not over tightened and not slumping. So nicely supported and baby supported from knee to knee to the nape of the neck, especially for small babies. So that is our front carry with straight straps. I'm going to take my baby out and I'm going to show you how to do cross straps. So if you're very flexible, you can unclip. If you're not so flexible, you can loosen from your pear face or from your, like that. So there are many ways to take babies out. You can unclip if you want to. You can take an arm out. You can lift. It's whatever you feel confident with. Or you can just loosen, grab your chest strap and take baby out. When you take your baby out, always have one hand on baby. It's very important. So I'm going to very quickly get my straps ready to show you how to do front carry with cross straps. So with cross straps, you need a lot more webbing lengths to go across your back. You can loosen as much as you need. If you have quite broad shoulders, you might want to just loosen max. If you have a smaller frame and you want to pull that strap, you want to keep a little bit of hanging, and always keep a bit of hanging near the buckle so you can pull back if needed. Again, you can loosen your PFAs and then adjust them by pulling down when baby's in it. So you can clip around baby, or you can again pre-clip cross straps, just like we did stress strap. Slide baby in and tighten, whatever works for you. I'm going to show you how to clip around baby. So you're going to bring your baby on you. Again, don't sit on top of the waist belt. Always sit in the panel. So you're just going to bring bum roughly like that. And also gives you a bit of time to calculate the height. You want baby to be here close enough to kiss, so they rest on the hard part of your chest. You're going to bring the panel to the neck. Again, support, grab a strap, flip over your shoulder, switch hands, go around. You're going to grab your strap, put it down, slide it across your lower back. So this way we're keeping it away from the neck, away from the breast area. And you want to bring this through the little elastic band, like that. And then clip. The elastic band is an additional safety. If anything happens, you'll hold it for a little bit. Pull, either you tighten like that, or if you're very flexible and you prefer, you can tighten from there. You can see what works for you. Flip over, switch hands, pull down, come back to your front again through the elastic band, clip, and then again you choose how you tighten, back, forward, or by pulling your PFA down on each side like that. Make sure it feels comfy. Just nice spread across your back. And we're pretty much done. If you wanted to slide baby in, again, you just clip everything, leave it loose from here or here. Pop, I'll show you very quickly. There you go, I'm all clipped in. And then baby over my shoulder, got the legs. I'm gonna go through, sit in a nice deep seat, a little bit over the waist belt, like that. It's always the same system. And then you can go pop, pop. It's super quick and easy. That's what I love this carrier. So many options, so many ways to tighten. It works for everybody. I'm going to quickly show you how to feed in your carrier. It's only going to be one technique. If you want to look at lots of different techniques for breastfeeding, bottle feeding, I've got a long video on my YouTube channel. Head over there and then have a look and see what works for you. So, breastfeeding upright in a koala position is super quick, especially we have the PFAs. You go pop, pop, like that. And if baby's still too low, you want to loosen your waist belt. And basically, you want to start to move to the side where you want to feed on. So if I'm breastfeeding on that side, I'm going to take my arm out so I don't have a strap in the way. And then I want to bring baby to nipple height, nose to nipple, and latch. This doesn't work for everybody. It depends a little bit on your body shape and how big your breasts are. You might want to experiment with different feeding position. Head over to my other video. Safety wise, we want baby's head and spine to be aligned. Hands on the breast so that you can push back and indicate that they are done. You absolutely must support the neck, top of the shoulder, nothing behind the head. Absolutely nothing should be covering the head or the airways, and you should be watching baby the whole time. It's very important to make sure baby's well positioned and they're not gone at an angle. And if you want to tighten a little bit, you can. Just make sure it's not too tight or pressing on baby's stomach, and you can feed like that. If you are bottle feeding, it's pretty much the same. You might not need to go so low down. You want to loosen a little bit. So you don't need to go so low down, but you need space for your bottle. So it's the same technique. Super handy to take your strap off. But if you have straight strap, you can just leave the strap on. Same with breastfeeding, or just like take it off and pop it under your armpit. Whatever works for you, just make sure nothing's covering the face. and you feel comfortable. Bottle feeding, you can just feed like that. Again, many ways to do it. Check out my other video. When you are done, you need to bring baby back to a safe height and retighten. So I would say give your baby a minute. A little bit of burping, especially if you've got very refluxy baby. Take your time and wait a little bit, and then when you feel it's safe, pop your arm back through your strap, whether you have cross or straight straps, and then you're going to retighten like that. Make sure it's comfy, and that you retighten your waist belt as well. Wherever you've loosened, you need to retighten, and you are done. Few accessories and bits on this carrier. You've got this super handy pocket that's closed by a magnet, so you can put your phone or your important bits. And if you find your straps are too long, all of them's got an elastic band at the end, same as this one. If you don't like dangling strap, and also for safety, it's quite good to just try keep them nice and tidy. So you can do that like that. There you go. I will be making videos for hip carries very soon, and also back carry, but let me know if you need anything, any worries, any concerns. Pop me some comments in the comment section or get in touch if you want to hire. We have it for hire. I'll also pop my Lenny lamb referral link, so if you would like to buy one, you can give us some points and we can buy more for the sling library, because we need some help. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.